Signals are for Angular code what hooks were for React code. This picture right here is from a slide in a React talk, the talk where they introduced hooks. And if you look at it, this is before and this is after hooks. And before, if you replace some of these with some Angular lifecycle methods, you'll see that this is a very similar thing that's happening to Angular code with signals. So component did mount, you replace with ng on init. Component did update, ng on changes. Component will mount or unmount, that's ng on destroy. And then over here with the new stuff, you've got effect and signal. Effect and there's signal somewhere else. But anyway, so you make these replacements and the exact same thing will be happening with Angular code as people convert to signals. Here's what Dan Abramov said in the talk itself.
With hooks, we separate code not based on the lifecycle method name, but based on what the code is doing.
So this is a better separation of concerns. Hooks co-locate related code, and here's a visualization with that. It's color-coded by state, so you can visually see how hooks are grouping related logic on the right there. And actually, this should be 100% grouped together, but it is a common mistake to put all the use states at top and on the top and all the use effects everywhere else. But it should be all completely grouped together now. This is the Dan Abramov example again, and you can see that it's loose declarative code. So instead of scattered code controlling state from out of context places like you see on the left, the control code is right next to the state's declaration. This wasn't exactly the case with the other example I showed that was color-coded. So this one is loose declarative code. And so it has most of the benefits of declarative code that I mentioned before. It's not totally declarative because these aren't literally in the state's declaration, and it's loose, so you could over time end up separating this stuff. It's not right in the declaration, but you still get most of these benefits. So 5 reasons to avoid imperative code. I went through 5 reasons there, and then also 5 benefits of declarative code I went through in this other article. This one is called RxJS Can Save Your Codebase, and I've got this section here. Yeah. And again, I will have links to these articles in that tweet thread. But all co-located code and declarative code, including this sort of loose declarative code, has an extra benefit that I've only hinted at before that actually might be the most important one. And it's the portability of behavior or functionality or whatever. This co-located logic that's tied to the state. So when code is organized like this around behaviors instead of framework APIs, you can just cut and paste it and extract it into something that can be shared. So all you just have to do is come up with a name for that abstraction, and then you can paste the code, and then you just return the new thing, and you can just use it the exact same way that you were using it before. So here he's going to return it. Yeah. So hooks improved React a lot. I had no interest in React before that, not really. Once hooks came out, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And I started looking into React a lot more. And they made React a lot more declarative. And especially with custom hooks, they can actually be fully declarative, not just loosely declarative. So the same thing's been happening with Angular as people are getting used to signals. Their mindset's going to change with signals. They're going to be a little more declarative in the way they think, less tied to the lifecycle methods, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to show some examples of Angular and React and some other frameworks too, of a very similar thing, because all these frameworks kind of have the same primitives now. They're like equivalent, and so I'm going to have examples going forward of what this looks like when you refactor code this way. So I'd appreciate it if you have any requests for any open source projects I can look at and convert. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.